So I'm at the Starbucks over Plandome. This is some deli Orlando's. Apparently, it's well known around here. Um, they have a active driveway. Starbucks is all blocked in. They have an active driveway, and apparently they put up zoning ordinance for parking where you have to be a deli customer, except for the one right where my Italian job service vehicle is parked. They left that one. I really appreciate them leaving me just a little bit of wiggle room to park my service vehicle to get coffee, since half of the world is crazy, and at least there's one area that the people are still kind. So let's think about this. All right, so I was on my way over here. And on the radio, there's several songs, but one of them was a Bruno Mars song, which I know I have to invert. It's Mars Bruno, because you have to do of mice and men for source companion, and then it loops back to men, back to the mouse, for her to keep herself on some kind of reality understanding. All right, so now I'm source energy. Okay, I mean, you have to get to a spiritual department that knows what source energy means at plan and planet. Then after you have source energy, I mean, you have to speak to fireflies in order to understand the source, because I'm the only source energy with the children I bring into this world. And then there's the fireflies that we look over as far as spiritual entanglement and tuning go. Now, I believe at one point, if you look at source characteristics for the I want to say insignia, but that would be leading one of my fireflies into a tizzy, which I don't want to get him in her in an argument with somebody else. So it is right, we're going to go with ideogram, right? It's the ID of the large G to the little g, which is the sourcer, the source energy to the firefly when they're communicating. And then the RAM of cognition it takes in order to decipher it properly. In the one source family has very specific plan needs, and they own the plan as the ETs for their, I want to say equestri, or it's something something estrius. Oh, and this is how the other thing goes. Because just beyond this, like, concept of a spinning water ball with some dry pieces that people walk around in golden illuminated whatever, no matter what the visual landscape looks like, whether it's being cared for or it's in total disarray, it's still the gold realm. It's the light tune to your human. Let's think about this. All right, so the woman, the Spracha, the woman, when I say Alice Mirza, on source her to Firefly, if you're a Firefly, right away, if you do not know that source has a problem with the body machina of a bipedal human who claims by Spracha in my ear to be an ALICEMURZA. She was not born this way. She married a man who claims, because again, I don't check birth certificates here, but from my body machina Coptic at source, you can see their visual picture no matter what gold program I move to. Their real name, the name that they used on the besieged files, which is what they spoke to me, and then you'll have their image. And then if there's a question about their ethics, the entire image is able to be pulled from my purpose to decipher who's violated what and what the hell, but only at my Nazi Soviet level to protect me, which is me, Benjamin, Alexander, I'm sorry, Niklaus, myself, Benjamin, and Alexander, which even I call him Niklaus because he's my pair. He's my other half, although in every day he might call himself either Benjamin, Alec, Mark. I mean, we have a couple of different names depending on which area of human are beseeching us, and we have to change our one feature to then document a different case. But again, that's up at source energy, and in a skinned source energy to the firefly shells in a skin, which some of them would like to always appear in that skin, and some are ready to shed their skin and earn new, better, same tune, but better looking. But that all is, I mean, that's how you work on what you do in this life in order to help the sorceress and her children and her husband get to where they need to be on the same plan as you, because you've got worse criminals than what you had earlier. And they are multiplying in interdimensional lengths the more that they study, and the longer that I am out here all by myself without my children, with them being pulled away from me for a Romer and a Tiafrio. Those are the two deadliest options that humans purposely pulled for. And it's their fault, because I didn't ask for that fucking ugly ass troll Jason, nor Tiafrio. All of this has been a complete waste to me, and it's more painful than ever on myself, and then to have to fucking get any of you to become more. You were not helpful since the day I was born. Now you're like, wow. It's like talking to fucking concrete. I might have a better chance of getting someone to move. Holy fucking shit. So if you look at the Druidic writing, the ideogram, the cartouche of letters that says Alice Mirza, it would be indicative of the all square living. The AL is actually pointed inward at myself, but I'm Alice in Wonderland. That has to be boxed in a cartouche all by itself, because that pairing is not allowed to be used by anybody else on the face of the earth or throughout all the plans until it's been put to bed, which it has not. And only my children and I can do that, and we haven't. And if it breaks open again, it has to be pulled out of service and then re-investigated, which is currently what's going on. I'm in what's called a birthday suit. I'm in a human birthday, and I have a lawsuit against everything in human birth range to my own appearance. And then it existentially goes out to my children. Now, the Alice and then the Mirza, M-U-R-Z-A. Now, in the M-U, I mean, I'm Juru, which is, and then it's the guru is the children. My brood is G-U-R-U. I mean, I could be a singular guru, or I could be a guru with my brood of children that are intrinsically source energy and then are stitched in to a genetic for an appearance, but it is still the same lineage and the source stays the same. And technically the skin is supposed to stay the same. You're not supposed to unstitch, but you did that with Benjamin. So here we are. But the Alice Mirza name becomes a problem if you box it in, because it will come up with my image. But when I was in that moment, there is a woman who claims to have been born as an Alice and then to have married a Mirza, making her an Alice Mirza, which is not a source title. It is a common human name. But that gets confusing at Icicles and the ICE police of national security. They're like, wait, I gotta get my... There's actually a short, dark-haired Chicana who is like, she's got, I get, at one point they called them red, but she's not. She is an evil incarnate, and she is infiltrated for the wrong reason, and she's upsetting the balance of the actual tribe, both the red tribe and everything not red. Because when she had Alice in Wonderland by herself, her AB switch was really eye-opening for my Coptic private file for my ongoing birthday suit against you humans to try to fix and balance out the understanding between the source energy, being myself and my children, and you fireflies, to help make sure you're getting the correct credit and you're getting put in the right genetic after this genetic is over. Because there's been unbalance and instability in that dimension and that universe. But that goes back to you guys playing around with time and space and computer and engineering that you are not entitled to know. You are educating yourselves way too much. You're throwing money around and empowering yourself. And then you're becoming arrogant and hurting the rest of us and lying about it. And then becoming super powerful groups of stupid, dangerous. And then you find out about it and you're like, now what do I do? Right, yeah, imagine that.